Hey everybody! Okay, second live Halloween makeup in one day. Here we go. So I just want to remind you guys, I have not been to bed at all last night. I have been up all day yesterday, all night last night, and all day today. I'm tired, but we're going to do makeup. So, actually, I think I'm missing something. Jory! I'm missing my lashes. I think I left them in the kitchen. Anyway, so we voted between... Hey, can you find those lashes for me? I don't know where they are. Yeah, I unloaded everything in the kitchen. I just don't know where I set them down. Maybe they fell out in the car. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so we had, on my main page, we had a vote. It was Scarecrow, Maleficent, or the animal face. Anyway, Maleficent won by like margins. So, we're going to try this. I'm going to attempt to do this with only Limelife product and not use any of my Bo Buggles Pro palette, which is my professional face paint. So, we're going to try to do this. Hey guys! We're going to try to do this with just using Limelife stuff. So, I have Jory's hunting my, hey Paul! Jory's hunting my lashes. I don't know what I did with them. I don't know where they are. Anyway, look at my cup I found on sale at Walmart today. If y'all know me, if y'all watch my videos, kind of sort of focus, semi-regularly. Hi Amanda! Hey Melissa! Hi guys! So, if you guys know me, this is, yeah, let's do it. This is, I have a coffee cup issue. Seriously. I have open face cabinets and the entire bottom row of one entire wall of my kitchen is nothing but solid coffee cups. So, this is my one I found on sale for $2 at Walmart tonight. And I love it so much. Okay. I'm alternating between coffee and water because I still have not been, I've been up for 48 hours. So, I'm tired, but we're going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because Jory will be bringing in, Jory will be bringing in my lashes, I guess as soon as he finds them, fingers crossed, because I bought these really awesome lashes to do this look, and hopefully he finds them. I am going to go ahead and prep my skin because I am not going outside. I'm not going to use my Limelife sunscreen, which is my normal primer now. So I'm going to go in with some Urban Decay and just skin prep. Let's see. I'm actually going to be using... I've already prepped my skin with my moisturizer. Hey, thanks. With my moisturizer and... oh, God. Why is that so complicated all of a sudden? There ain't no telling. Okay. I've already prepped my skin with my moisturizer and my Must Do Oil, both Limelife, chemical-free, toxin-free skincare products. We're going to go in and have to hide all these freckles with foundation because her look is going to be very green. I'm going to be using my Lottie Dazzle palette, bright green, for most of this look. And then I also have another darker green that I'll be using for like my contour. She has very bold, very dark, huge eyebrows. So I'm actually going to be canceling out my eyebrows and just extending those way up and super pointed and doing them jet black. And then bright red lips, and of course there's she's cartoonish looking because we're doing the old school Maleficent, not the Angelina Jolie one. So this is going to be very like highlighted. I'm not doing the full comic book look, but hi Justin. But we will be doing the old Maleficent, which is very green and red and purple. So lots of purple eyeshadow, things like that. So I'm prepping my skin with that primer. Please tell me you found them. Did you take a light out there and look in the car? No! How did we manage to lose them from the store to the car? For real.
Maybe whenever that bag got opened in the shopping cart, maybe.
No, I got everything out of the cart. I saw what all was in there. Will you just double check, look around for me, like on the kitchen table and whatnot? It's a red package. Oh no, that makes me so sad, guys. Wah, wah, wah. Anyway, okay. Well, we'll do the best we can. Whatever. We'll pull it together. Get it together. All right. That's my dryer. That's insanely loud. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm going to put my headband on and pull his hair back. I do have a ton of accessories that I happen to randomly find. Okay, can you go double check the car just one more time, please?
Oh my goodness, it's cold.
Please, just go double check one more time. I'm going to pull my hair back in a headband because I have to get all the way up to this area. My skull look, I still have glitter. Can y'all see that? Like glitter. Guys, I've taken 2 showers. I still have skeleton skull glitter all in my hair. So this is all, we're going to green this out the best we can. So I did clean all of my brushes this afternoon. So we're going to have to do that again. But my blender full is nice and yellow and spongy again. Using a clean blender full is like a cloud. I'm not kidding. These things are the best. So if you need a good beauty blender, guys, mine is like, it's been used. Okay. I'm going to go through and I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation to give my eyeshadow something to stick to. So normally you guys would see me do my foundation and then put my pressed powder on, but I don't want that very slick feeling. I really want that pigment to stick directly to that foundation. So hopefully, there goes my beautiful, clean beauty blender. Yay! Oh gosh, hey, thanks. Check those out. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to go in and just start adding levels of foundation. This look really is not going to be nearly as long or as complicated as the one I did early this morning. That sugar skull took a while. It was a lot of finite details, and symmetry work is always much harder than all over abstract work. So this is going to be a little bit faster. My little fly friend is still in here. He doesn't die or fly away. He just flies at me while I'm doing my videos. I guess he needs a name. Hi, Dale. Hi, guys. Okay, so gosh, I'm telling you, that application is totally different using a clean beauty blender. Clean your beauty blender, clean your brushes. It makes a huge difference. So we do sell, and I thought I brought it in to show you guys. Yes, so we have our Limelife Come Clean. This is what I use for my brushes. It smells really good. It's made of young coconut milk. It is amazing. So it's a hard cake, and then you just add water and it suds up. This has been almost 8 months worth of use cleaning my brushes with this one little tub. So if you're looking for something all natural without chemicals and toxins in it to clean your brushes, this stuff is super, super soft on your brushes. It gets them very, very clean. It is the best stuff on the planet. And my bristles and my professional brushes stay amazing quality. All right, so we're going to cancel out as much of this base color of mine as possible. We might actually end up doing 2 layers of foundation because I don't want any of my freckles showing through because her look is very solid and very matte. So we are going to be just canceling out as much of this as possible. And that's, guys, that Limelife foundation, check that out. That's one good application of foundation, and you can see that coverage is just amazing. It's just amazing. I'm going to go in with my pointed end into that. I'm an olive 2 in the spring and summer, and I'm an olive 1 right now during fall and winter. So all I'm doing with that pointed end is getting up closer. You can see the difference here. I'm getting up closer into my lash line with that foundation and just canceling out all of that. So I just look up inside my socket and apply that foundation directly to my lash line. And that helps cancel out everything and makes everything very even. My eyes are really itchy. I don't know if it's something the rain brought in or what. Okay, so I am going to do this. We're going to go in and put a layer of setting spray on, and I'm going to do another layer of foundation on top of that because I really want to cancel out all of my pigment on my face. Guys, I can't wait to get this look finished and put all these accessories on. So I randomly walked into Goodwill today after I dropped Avery off at pre-K for the first day and was having a minor anxiety attack. You know, she almost started crying. She was so happy to be there and she was so excited. But when it came time for me to like actually leave after we met the teacher and, you know, her class was lining up and she had to go get in line with these people she didn't know, I saw like that split moment of kind of panic hit her. And then I saw she almost started crying. And then she bucked right up and dealt with it. But, you know, I left the building super happy for her, you know, in front of her face. But then was like crying in the car. She's just getting so big. You know, it's just so sad. All right, so that second layer of foundation just, I mean, that is amazing coverage. And it doesn't feel like I have anything on. This is wax-based foundation, so it's warming up with my body temperature, and it is not settling into my fine lines and wrinkles at all. It doesn't ever actually enter your pores because it's wax-based. It sits on top of your skin, so it's like a second skin, and it just really doesn't feel like you have anything on at all. So I'm going to bring the residual that's in my Beauty Blender down my neck a tad, and just onto my chest because I've never finished my story. Sorry, I'm tired. When I walked into Goodwill, I was looking around. I always like check through the Halloween section, just looking for little tidbits that might have arrived because, you know, they get shipments on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so I was just kind of walking around looking for little Halloween things that I might find in there. And I'm not kidding you, walked into the second aisle and there was the Maleficent costume in a bag. I was like, that's mine. So for $6, I grabbed the whole costume, which is a size small, which, guys, I'm 6'1". I am not a small girl. So, I don't think I've been a size small since like maybe 6th grade. So, but the hat that comes with it with the horns and the cloak piece, the collar piece works perfect. So once I get all this on, I'll actually have all those finishing touches instead of just face paint, which always gets me a little more excited. All right. So it just happened to work out perfect. I was requested, God, words are hard tonight. I was requested to do this look because there is one of my friends on Facebook that is having to dress her daughter up as Maleficent for Halloween. This is going to be a super easy way to do that. You can order these Limelife cosmetics and they're actually not bad for, you know, the kids to play with. So she wanted to do this on her daughter. She could just, you know, order that one eyeshadow. Hopefully we can get all of this accomplished with that very bright green. And then we're going to just kind of shade some stuff out. We're still going to heavy contour because Maleficent's cheekbones, she has a very, very skinny face. She's very tall, very thin, very skinny face. And she has those really accentuated cheekbones. I didn't want to do any special effects additions, for all of this, for just this look, but we're actually going to be going in with a large puffy brush and applying that green all over our face. So instead of using like my Bow Buckle palette, which is Dry Cake Professional Face Paint, which we do have a green. Instead of using that, because that I could, but then any accents I put on top of that makes that a little complicated. And the green is very like witch green. It's very dark. And Maleficent's look is not that dark. It's sort of like pastel-y. So I have my Lottie Dazzle palette from Limelife. This is the cosmetics that I sell. This is the color that we're going to be using sort of all over. So it's less witchy green and more of like a Maleficent green. I don't know what color it is. Okay, so we're going to go in with a puffy brush and I'm going to just start applying that green all over. Now my cap is going to come down, you know, her cap comes down to a point here, sort of in a widow's peak, and it also comes down very far, like over your ears. So I will be putting a little bit on the bottom of my ears because my ears do show outside that cap when I tried it on a little bit ago. So here goes nothing. And it might take a couple of layers before we really get the coloring that I'm needing, but start with a base and build. And so we're just going to sort of work in sections and put that base coloring down. Now my eyeshadow is going to be very purple. Basically her top and underneath of her eyes are very purple. And this will be really bold by the time we're finished. So I'm just going to sort of work in sections and work that eyeshadow all in. And we're turning green. I'm not too worried about doing the actual top of my eye. Not too worried about doing the actual top of my eye because, like I said, we're going to be putting eyeshadow there anyway. So just working these sections, dusting it over towards the bottom of my ear. Covering your face in eyeshadow is not easy, y'all. Stick with me. And then what I'm going to want to do is put a layer of setting spray on and then continue and apply another layer of that green. And that setting spray is going to bring that color to a very vibrant, like true to palette color. And for the sake of saving product, I'm also not going to be putting a bunch of heavy layers here because that contour is going to be so heavy. Hi guys, we're turning green. It's coming along. This is going to be like, this is the absolute hardest part of this whole look. The cloak is going to pretty much cover the sides of my neck, and so I'm not too worried about putting too much color there. We're just going to work some of this green underneath here and down the center because that's going to be shadowed, but we want it to look pretty uniform. So hi y'all. And this is actually, hey Lance, it's not as bright as, say, my professional cake paint would have been, but this is also, she's not like witch green. So we're just going to keep adding layers of this green, and it'll just keep deepening and deepening. We're going to just give ourselves a hint of that old classic Maleficent green all over our face. And the good thing about using shadows and setting spray is that you don't have to worry about creams ever smearing, or I kind of feel like I look like the Hulk. It'll come together, I swear. It'll all come together. So we're just going to keep blending. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. I'm looking behind you guys in my Reiki mirror because it's easier for me to see back there. Like true life coloring. Y'all laughing at me? I'm turning green, y'all. All right, and we're going to go in and do some serious contour. I'm going to work that residual green down the center of my neck because that collar is going to come right here and it's going to create a shadow anyway. So for the sake of saving product, because I could sit here and really build and build and build that, but I don't know if you guys can see, like, it's really green. I don't think it shows up on camera as well as it does in person, but it's very green. So I'm going to go in now with my contour brush, and I'm going to start with my bronzer like always and put, thanks. We're going to put that bronzer here. I'm going to go in because she's actually one color. She's all green, but it's different shades of green. So we're actually going to go in, I'm going to put a towel in my lap because my brushes in the center are still a little damp from washing them today. And so that pigment is going to stick super heavy on them because they're wet. So, hi Marianne. And then I'm going to be going into, let me show you guys. I also broke, oh my gosh. Can y'all see this nail for real? So I broke it right down the center. It's not focusing. But anyway, broke it right down the center. I reached across the table at dinner and was playing with Jory and went to thump him. And I thumped him and it cracked it right down the center. Still attached to my real nail and it is killing me. It's hurting really bad. All right, so for my contour, I'm going to go into my All of Always Love You, which is our dark green eyeshadow. And I'm going to put that on top of that bronzer so that my coloring is staying in the green family, but heavy, heavy, heavy contour here. So I'm going to place all that here underneath my cheekbones, and then I'm going to blend all that out. Kind of look like I'm getting ready to go to war at this point. So heavy contour under our chin. We wants to give us that very, once you chisel this out here with shadow, so down the sides a little here, once you chisel all that out with a shadow, it starts creating a very box look, which is what we want. She has a very, very skinny face. So we're just going to be using that contour to create those shadows. I'm going to go in with a fluffier brush and kind of just blend out the edges of that. And then we're also going to be highlighting, but I'm going to show you guys how to mix your eyeshadow and concealer together to create a tinted highlight because I don't want it to be bright white. And if I use my normal highlight concealer, it's going to be very bright white. So we're going to actually mix some eyeshadow in with our concealer, and that's going to help us get a tinted highlight so we can still match the base color that we put on, yet and I don't know, I can't keep my eyes from being blue, so they're just going to be blue. I don't know, Maleficent doesn't have blue eyes, but I can't really do anything about that. I don't have any contacts for that. So just working in that very straight, very thin line and creating a ton of contour. Hi, Dana. So again, normally I would be using my bronzer, but we're going to be using this darker green instead. Just the same way we would our bronzer. I'm still going to put that under my lip. I've still chiseled out underneath my jawline. I've still put my contour here, and we're still going to put a little bit here. And that pigment is going to go a really, really long way, guys. So you're not going to have to dip into that color very much. Now, here we go with tinted highlight. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I don't have a blend palette on me. I think it's still over in my travel bag. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys how to do this. We're just going to take a tiny bit. I actually have a small pan of my zero concealer that has a little bit of concealer just left around the edges here. I'm going to go in and just dig a tad bit of that out. And when I say a tad, y'all, I'm telling you, it's not much. So just enough to cover the very tip of my pinky. I'm going to place that on the back of my hand. It's also a wax base, just like our foundation. So we're going to let that sort of start warming up with our skin tone, with our body temperature. So just sort of rub that around right there. Then we're going to go back into that color that we used, our lightest color in our Lottie palette. It's kind of everywhere now because I was using it with a brush. But we're going to grab that green right here. And we're going to add that loose pigment, just grab loose particles of it and actually add that into your contour. So we're going to mix that in. And it's actually going to give us a tinted contour, which is what we want. So just keep rubbing. It's going to sort of rub into the back of your hand a little bit, but that's okay because you actually aren't going to need very much. And we're going to apply this with our finger. So you can see that's a tinted highlight instead of using just bright white because we don't want bright white. And her lips are very, very red. And so we're actually going to go in and do a very bright red lip. So I'm just going to be placing this and blending this in with my finger where that highlight would go. And then also up in here. So just rub on the back of your hand. There's a lot more there than you think there is. And you're going to just apply that to your highlight area here. This is going to help you create dimension. So you're working with light and shadows, and this is what's really going to give you that pop. It kind of starts making everything look very come together. So we want our cheekbones to look very raised and popped out. So we have to play with light in that way that we create that illusion with highlighting the upper portion of our cheekbone here with a light highlighter and then using that shadow. My Reiki mirror just died. Go figure. So I'm adding a little bit more of that concealer to the back of my hand. There's plenty of pigment there, so we're just adding a tad more and creating a little bit more highlight. And we're going to blend all this in with my finger. I always use my middle or my ring finger when blending near my eye because you have more nerve endings on those fingers and you're less likely to like pull and tug really hard on your skin. So obviously this is a very different look than if I was to use face paint, which would look very solid, very monochromatic, very one color. This is going to be definitely more of a blended look. Just taking some of that off the back of my hand. Okay, so we are blended for the most part. I'm just going back over that contour a little bit around the edges with this powder brush, just to kind of blend a little bit of that in. Okay, there goes that. Now, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on my buffer brush and I'm going to just put that on my eyelids here to cancel out that green. And then that's where my purple is going to go. So this is basically purple eyes, very bold, very black eyeliner, very bold, very black eyebrows. They're going to be very very sharp edged and very pointed up and down. You know, evil people have pointy eyebrows. So, I actually have a purple somewhere. Sorry. Y'all gotta be patient with me while I lose my mind. Okay, I got it. So I have a palette that's not Limelife because I do not have a Limelife shadow that is purple, but I do have a palette that has Limelife purple in it. Purple in it. It's not Limelife. So we're going to use that to actually start creating that coloring on our eyes. So I'm going to go in with my buffer brush. This is my number 10 buffer brush. Eyebrow brush. Guys, y'all are going to have to excuse me. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. 48 hours with no sleep, and I am just exhausted. Okay, so I'm going to go in. This purple here is what we're going to start using. Now, these pigments, like I said, not Limelife. You don't have to worry about the pigment being as high, so you don't have to worry about picking up as much pigment at one time. And we're just going to start building that purple. Just as, hi Matt, just as we would any regular eye color. And I've got setting spray on the top of that palette, and it is not wanting to pick up any color. So I'm just tapping off the excess of that. And her purple is incredibly bold and comes up really high. Because you've got to remember, we're creating a much higher arch in our eyebrow, so we're not basing our eye look off of the normal placement of my brow, because it's going to go straight up and huge, really bold, super dramatic. So we can bring that purple pigment up a little bit higher than we normally would. And just start working that blend. Hi guys. We're becoming Maleficent. If I pull this off, I'm going to be impressed. I think as easy as the look looks on paper or on camera, because it's so simple, I almost feel like the more dramatic looks, like the sugar skull I did this morning, you have more liberty to kind of do what you want with that look, and it still look amazing. With this, it's a very particular look, and I feel like you can really mess it up. So we're just going to keep building that purple until we get a very bold, very high arch. Y'all say hi. Somebody hit a share button. Somebody share this video with your network. Let people see. Let me know y'all are here. I feel like I'm talking to myself, which is not abnormal, but not nearly as much fun. All right, so I'm building that purple up even higher. God, this fly, y'all, I swear, it's been 2 days of him hanging out in here with me, and I'm over it. Hey, guys. Finally. Voices. Hi. All right, so we have greened out our face with my Lottie Dazzle palette. We have contoured with my other green Limelife eyeshadow. And now we're adding in a purple that's not Limelife because I don't have a purple in Limelife. Hi, Christy. Okay. Now we're also going to be blending this purple underneath our eye. So, I mean, obviously I would never bring my pigment up that high towards my eyebrow on a regular day. I'm going to work this underneath my eye. It looks a lot darker. My contour looks a lot darker on screen than it does. I do need sleep. Lance, can you hear me like stumbling over my brushes and stumbling over what I'm using? Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. But this is the life of a single mom entrepreneur. I can sleep later. For now, I bust my rear. But it has been productive. Y'all, I'm telling you, doing these Halloween looks has been productive. I have booked a lot of, I know. I'm tired. It'll work, I promise. Okay, so now we get to build some really super crazy. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit more. I don't like that blend at all. So I just took the pigment out of my brush and I'm just going in and buffing the very edges of that shadow. I just like it to be a little more blended. So when you think you're done blending, blend a little bit more. And remember, when you're blending the edges and trying to get that very smooth blend, don't press hard against your skin. Just let that brush barely touch, and that's what's going to give you that very soft outer blend. All right, we have purple eyes. I look like a zombie. It's going to come together. I promise it's going to come together. So I'm going to go in with my brow brush. And I don't even think that our dark brow gel is going to be enough to create this. So I'm going to use setting spray and my black eyeshadow. So here goes nothing. All right, setting spray. I need sleep. I do need sleep. Avery's already in bed. Blend till your hand falls off. That's my sweet Avery. Avery says, blend, blend, blend till your hand cramps. Fair enough. All right, so I just sprayed that setting spray in this lid right here of my brush cleaner. And I'm going to go into my 18 well palette here and grab my black right here. And we are going to start building some very intense brows. Now, guys, brows are not my forte, so I'm just going to put that out there before we get started. So here goes nothing. I'm going to start by just marking that inner corner of that brow. We're going to bring those out to a point. Guys, check it out. Those are some crazy brows. Good grief. And we're going to fill in. And I'm going to grab my magnifying mirror. I'm going to let that setting spray... I'm going to let that setting spray set for just a minute while I work on my other brow, and then we'll go back in and do another layer of black on top of that. So if I can get this symmetrical, we are going to be winning. It's probably going to be the hardest part. Seriously. Oh, y'all hold your breath. Hopefully these come out looking semi the same. Oh, I know. Okay. Bye, Melissa. Okay. Hey, Amanda. Hey, girl. Okay, so I'm filling in. Check those out. I might do my brows like this every day. And that setting spray really helps. I got out of the line. That setting spray really helps, like, tame your brows down as well. Those look pretty even, don't they? Maybe I'm very tired, but I feel like those look pretty even. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to put more pigment over the tops of those. Hey, they look fairly even, don't they? I feel like they do. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. So we're very purple, we're very green, we're very contoured, we're very browed. And so she has bright red lips. Wait, let's wait on lips. Let's finish these eyes first. Okay, I'm going to go in with... Oh, y'all, this is going to be crazy. So I've got our eyeliner pen. And we're going to go in. And we are going to add eyeliner, top and bottom. And it comes in a lot on the inner corner, but we're going to do that last. So I'm going to just build my eyeliner. I'll start with a thin line, and we can always build more. Hey, Emily. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Ashley. We're getting there. This is probably one of the most simple, most complicated looks. It's like everything at one time. Okay. This is what I love about this eyeliner pen, is I can get a very thin line, or I can make these things super bold. So we're going to go in and we're going to line our entire eye. This is really hard because I'm working from memory. Like I said, I don't have any source picture to look at while I do this. And we're going to bring that liner all the way down to the center. And we're going to create a point in the inner corner here. And just extend that way down. And then we're going to arch this in. And right now I'm just sketching basic lines. And we're going to fill that pocket in. Now, I do highly recommend starting small, and then if you want to build a larger look, you can. But once you've got all this in place, it's going to be much easier to add than it's going to be to take away. So I'm going to go in and I'm actually going to thicken up. I'm going to have to get kind of close to you guys. Sorry. We're going to thicken up that line. So by laying that pen sort of on its side, that eyeliner pen is actually going to create that much thicker. It's going to do it all on its own. And I am going to go in and black out my waterline. But for now, that's good. So same thing over here. Start small. I'm just going to start building my lash line. I feel like this is a lot easier with my magnifying mirror. Same thing along the bottom. Get as close to your lash line as possible. And then start building that pocket on the inside. So start with your top corner. Bring it down. You know, I meant to take a poll today in my main page too of like adults that dress up for Halloween and adults that don't. Like, I feel like it's very mixed when we go trick-or-treating here. Some adults have costumes on and some of them are like, nope. I'm definitely one of those people that I am always dressed up with my kids. But I'm kind of a big kid, so I mean, you give me a reason to play make-believe and I'm taking it. So right now I'm just working on getting those inner pockets even. And that precision tip eyeliner is going to really make your life so much easier. And remember, this eyeliner is smudge proof, so once it sets and dries, it's not budging. So as you go, if you need to create, you know, if you need to correct any mistakes, then I would be doing that as you go. All right, I'm going to thicken up this top line. We're going to create just a minor wing on the outside. There's not a whole lot of one there. Oh, I've had this same one, Emily, since... Now, I don't use mine every day, though. I'm a big liner and pigment. Like, I use my liner brush, setting spray, and pigment for liner most of the time. This weather's awful. It's trying to kick me off. But I've had this liner for 5 months. And I use it maybe every 3 days. Just depending on the look I'm hunting, you know. All right, we have liner. Now, I'm going to go in and do my waterline because I want that to look very black inside there. So, I'm going to use that setting spray that was in that cap with my liner brush. This is our number 13 brush. This is what I normally do my liner with. I'm going to go into that black pigment. And we're going to put that black eyeshadow and setting spray along my waterline. I don't use my eyeliner pen for this part, mostly for hygiene reasons. No real way to clean that felt tip pen. And I'm getting so close up to my mucus ducts that I don't want to use my eyeliner pen directly on my waterline. So I just use that setting spray. And that black pigment. And we have things coming together. I think once we get these red lips on and we get these lashes on, everything will really come together. Really, when I get all of the accessories on, that's really, I think, what's going to make it look like it's supposed to. So I'm going in now with our Enduring Lip Color in the color Cherry Pie. This is our very, very red Enduring Lip Color. So our Enduring Lip Colors, they have a wand like a gloss. And we are going to put that red on. These things stay for over 10 hours. I mean, I drink all of my morning coffee. I eat breakfast. I eat lunch. All of my drinks throughout the day. And my color stays on. It's amazing. So this against that purple and green is going to like look pretty crazy. Thanks, Christy. So they go on like a gloss, but they dry matte. They're never drying. My lips don't dry out. You don't have to put them on one way and put sticky gloss on top. I'm a red fan, Emily. Every woman that tells me, oh, I could never wear red, I'm like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Red is classic. This is what I need to get, Emily, for you guys for those pinup things. That black liner and this red lipstick, I'm telling you. And this stuff truly will stay on all day long. Never dries out my lip, never fades. I don't look evil. Wait until I get my lashes and everything on and get my mean get up on. It'll look evil, I promise. Just wait. Alright, so I'm going to put a layer of mascara on. I've got to order some new mascara too. My mascara lasts me. You should change your mascara at least every 8 weeks, y'all. So even if, and these lashes come with glue, but we're going to throw that to the side. Don't ever use the cheap glue. Just don't do it. Invest in good glue. It's totally worth it. All right, so we're going to put these lashes on. These things are so dramatic. Oh my gosh, check that out. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to warm this up a little bit. So our mascara is also wax-based. So I just kind of warm it up a little bit in my hands and kind of get those fibers moving around. It does have fibers in it. It is not like Unique mascara. I get asked that question constantly. It is nothing like Unique mascara. It is so much better. It is professional grade. I did try to use Unique for a little while. Hated it. So this does not dry out. It does not flake off in my eye. It doesn't flake out on my face. My lashes never look spidery. They don't feel dry. I mean, they feel very nourished. They feel very silky. But I'm telling you, you can build layers of this mascara until you have falsy level lashes. You're talking to a person who has basically 0 lashes. Right now, I'm not going to be building that look because I'm just creating a base for my falsies so that my bright reddish blonde lashes don't look crazy on here. And then some on the bottom. So I will tell you this, when your mascara starts drying out a little bit and you start noticing it's not applying just like it did when you first opened it, and that's going to be any mascara in the world, all of them are going to do that. If you are one of my Limelife customers and you guys order some of that One Drop Wonder, telling you, if your mascara starts feeling like it's drying out, you can just put that one drop of that One Drop Wonder inside your mascara tube and extend the life of your mascara by a lot. There's like, seriously, 1,000 different uses for that One Drop Wonder, and they are all amazing. So I am going to build a couple layers on the bottom because I'm not putting falsies on down there. All right, falsie time. You ready? Are you ready? So I'm using the dark falsie glue instead of the light that y'all saw me use on the skeleton skull this morning. I prefer dark lash glue over clear or white. So we're going to grab... Now, guys, these are Halloween falsies. These are not high-end. I mean, they came off of, like, the Halloween shelf at Walmart. So we're going to do our best to make sure that we get these bad boys on. I have not measured them to my eye, but I tend to have I have a very long, wide, elongated eye base. So I've never had to trim any of my eyelashes I buy. So we're just going to go with the fact that hopefully we don't have to. We're going to apply a thin layer of glue. Guys, thin layer of glue. That's all it takes. Then we're going to wave them around for a minute and let them get tacky. And then we're going to put these lashes on. And then I'm going to put all of my accessories on. Should I put my accessories on off camera and then show you guys? Or show you guys how I do it? Because it's going to be fun. All right. Here goes nothing. Oh, there goes my background. Okay, so here goes nothing. I'm going to try to put this on without messing up all of the makeup I just did. Oh yeah, these things are cheap. I know y'all get to stare at me all funky for a minute. But these lashes are so cheap. They don't bend. So you literally have to hold them in place in both corners while it kind of dries and not blink. Come on. I'm really depending on these things, y'all. Stay down. I know. You're welcome, Lance. You're welcome. All right. I don't think that those would ever stay long term. They might stay long enough for a picture, but those are not ever going to be something that are going to stay on like the duration of an evening. They're just cheap falsies. They're fantastic, though. I mean, I do love them. but they do not stay in place very well. So it's kind of a more tedious. I mean, the other, I've become so accustomed to putting falsies on. Kind of a pro, but these are complicated. They're so stiff, they don't bend to the natural curve of your eye very well. So it makes it really difficult to put them on. And then they want to pop off because they don't bend. So that's not a natural shape for them. And so they want to go back to being all stiff and straight, so they pop off your eye. So hopefully if you just hold them in place long enough for that glue to dry pretty well. Guys, I can't read your messages. I am on a live. Hi, Heather. Hi. Okay, so I know that doesn't look very, on camera, it doesn't look very green. But I promise you in person, that is like really green. My face is super green. So we're just drying that eyelash glue a little bit, and then we're going to put this one on. Literally, this feels like trying to attach a bird feather to my eye. There's no bend to these things. So I'm holding them in place, and this is like so boring. I'm sorry, y'all. It's the boring part. I apologize. Guys, what? Are those not fantastic? I am obsessed. So, I mean, they're not the best, but they're pretty good. Okay, so I'm excited. Okay, I am going to put my accessories on off camera. I'll take my after picture and then I'll post it. So, y'all stay tuned. Catch me in just 2 seconds. It's not going to take me long. I'm going to put everything on and then I'll take my pictures and then I'll show you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back shortly.